How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Southern Lands. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads: Terras do Sol map based on the southern region of Brazil, where the focus is on soybeans, corn, and rice, with flat humid lands as far as the eye can see. And also because it is a region that has a lot of livestock, the map has 63 crops of different sizes. 2 cereal points of sale, a market, animal and bale sales, cotton and wool sale, a sugar factory and cereal mill, a gas station and 2 workshops, one at the gas station and one in the store, a sawmill and a rice milling factory. It is also possible to plant eucalyptus, a variety of wood used in Brazil for timber extraction, 3 additional crops including black beans and 2 varieties of rice, with the possibility of harvesting up to 2 crops per year, taking advantage of Brazil's tropical climate where it is possible to produce crops throughout the year, alternating between crops. The map has 13 headquarters already installed spread across the map and some fields with irrigated rice. There are mods required for this map, starting with the BR Small Shed by ML Modding, DH Modding, Granger Silo by Virgemini Modding, Lost Gamer, and Grangerio, Old Brazilian House by Cola Modding, South Brazilian Warehouse by ML Modding, DH Modding, Ranch Silo by Namag Mod, Maringogepi House by Namag Mod, Southern Brazil Wood House by Gain FS, Jan Tanker Pack by Sir Vertex, Teak Modding, Wooden Shed by Namag Mod, Southern Shed by Namag Mod, BR Small Wood Shed Pack by Gain FS. This map was created by Namag Mod EML Modding and is 566.22 megabytes to download. If we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. We start out here on the western portion of the map inside of the little town area here. We start out by owning farmlands number 59 and 60, 59 being our main starting farm and a small field with no product in it, and 59 being a larger plot of fields with no product in them. If we take a look at the prices around the map and see how much it costs us to buy certain areas, a lot of these are going to have an elevated price, and is because a lot of them are going to have farms that are kind of associated to them. But if we take a look here in the north here, we do have a small field here for $0, so really nice. A couple of the smaller ones up here in the northwest, 120, 120, 105, 111, 169, 160. Keep going down a little bit further south, 85, and working our way up, we've got 658,000. We got another 330,000. This big one here for 817,000. And let's see, 347, so on and so forth. Anytime on this map you see these kind of little brown areas around the map, these are farms that are kind of sunk into the map itself. But it also includes the kind of fields that are immediately around them. So you're really buying not only the farm, but the fields themselves, which increases the price significantly. So you got like 559,000, got 418,000, 450,000, so on and so forth. 156,000, you got 315. It's just, there's tons. I think there's up to 15 individual farms on this map, and that includes the starting farm. So I think there's 14 kind of standalone farms, and then yours as well. So let's see, going down to the animals, we do not start with any animals. Contracts are available on this map, no production chains to start out with, and there are collectibles, 100 of them to be precise. We take a look at mods specific to this map, starting on the build menu here. In the buy menu, we go into the mods and DLCs. Under Southern Lands, we have tree saplings that are specific to this map. If we take a look at the mods specific to this map on the build menu, let's turn that real quick, because why not? If we take a look under here, under buildings, and let's see, nothing under sheds, nothing under silos, nothing under silo extensions, nothing under containers, but under tools, you scroll to the right, and you will see Southern Lands, a couple of mods specific to this map right here. If we take a look under the productions and factory, scroll out to the right, we do have the aged cheese factory. Nothing under selling points, greenhouses, orchards, or generators. If we go under animals, there is nothing under cows, nothing under horses, but we do have stuff under pigs and sheep. Nothing under the rest of them, chickens, bees, or others. Under decorations, we have nothing under fences, nothing under lights, but under others, we will see several Southern Land products here, Southern Land mods specific to this map. And then lastly, under landscaping and painting, we do get several additional painting swatches, as well as some items here under trees, as well as under plants. So we are kind of out in the middle of town right here, but I have no mode of transportation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and purchase a truck, or at least lease a truck. And then we're going to go ahead and teleport to said truck in order to be able to do the rest of this tour. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We'll go ahead and, lease said truck, teleport to said truck, and we'll hop out and take a look around. We are up here at the shop. We got a repair trigger here and shop trigger right here. And now let's go ahead and head out. Pan out a little ways. Going right next door. Stop right here. Inside here we have the rice factory. Go ahead and climb the stairs. Can purchase this for $180,000, which we will go ahead and do. And here you can bring rice and sown rice to get white rice as well as rice husks. Input is down here, but unfortunately I looked around and I could not find where a possible output could be. I don't even, possible that, hold on. I see this spout right here, but I don't think that that's an actual output because there's no symbol to indicate that there's an output right there. But again, looking around here, I don't see any place where there's any kind of markers that would indicate where a output for this particular production point would be. I don't see anything on the ground, around the building, or anything like that. So it worries me that this might need an update moving forward, so just be aware of that. It's possible it spawns somewhere and I'm just not aware because without the markers I don't know. So now we're gonna head out. We're gonna head out all the way towards the eastern portion of the map to see our next point of interest. So coming up here, we'll stop. This is the sawmill. You have your input here with a wood cell trigger right here. Hop over here. You can purchase it for $100,000. Output for wood chips is here, and your output for your production is right over here. Let's grab the truck again, get turned around. Head down the road a little ways. All right. So this is going to be farm number 2. Farm number 1 being our main starting farm. I'm going to back up just a little ways. So before I start showing off all the individual farms, like I said, there's at least 14 individual farms that can be purchased, and that doesn't include your main starting farm. A lot of the farms use the same models over and over and over again. So I'm going to show them off one time in depth, and then I'm just going to say, you know, the number of sleep triggers, the number of silos, so on and so forth, because you're going to see a lot of the kind of same stuff. Now you can see I can walk up to this fence here. There's no trigger whatsoever for me to open the fence, but if I go to the map, so we started out here kind of off to the side of the cotton and wool trader, And from there, we teleported up to the shop right up here. We saw the repair trigger and the shop trigger. We went next door to the rice factory, and then down the road a little ways over to the sawmill right here. Then backtracked over to here, farmland number 29 for $726,976. Go ahead and purchase that. And now you can see that we have some icons that appeared on the map. Walk up to it now, and the gate opens. If we walk over here to this door, open that up. We have our input and output for our silo right here. Repair trigger directly in front of us there. And then inside this building, around the corner, sleep trigger here, repair trigger, I'm sorry, wardrobe trigger right there. And now we'll go grab our truck. And continue heading on. Here we'll make a left and then take this all the way out towards the eastern portion of the map. We'll pull off about right here. Alright, so here is farm number 3. We check out the map again. We were here at farm 2, went straight south over to this area here, farmland number 45 for $418,928. Go ahead and purchase. And now we have some more triggers that pop up. We have a sheep pasture directly in front of me, water input here, food input here, the wool output right there, and you can load your sheep in right here, and you have room for 47 total. You start out with 15 already. Here, you know what? We'll just go and grab our, or we'll just go ahead and walk. Actually, I think we got a gate. Yeah, we do have a gate right here. Perfect. Inside here, we got a silo. And over here, we have another model for our starting farm, or starting house. Sorry, not starting house, just house. Sleep trigger here, wardrobe trigger on the side, right here. Oh, there was another gate there. All right, hopping back in the truck, we'll get turned around. As we kind of backtrack a little ways. Get to about right here. Oh, that's right. Next farm we got to purchase. So we were here at farm number 3. We're heading over to here. Farmland number 38 for $450,111 bucks, or $112. Go ahead and purchase, and now we own the property. We can come up here now and can open the gate. Again, you have to open, or you have to purchase the properties in order to open any gates that are associated to said properties. Now inside here, nope, sorry, that's just storage. That's not a silo. We have another house. We have seen this one, just the last one there. So a sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger is available at this property. So now, head down south a ways. Coming up right here, Take a look at the map one more time. We were at farm number 4. We came back up and around and now are down here. Farmland number 23 can be purchased for $167,040. Go ahead and purchase. And whoops, and now we have access to another sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger tucked away inside there. And then back here, we have another silo, input and output right there. Head back to the truck, get turned around. Go ahead and get turned around just like so. Continue to head down south a little ways. We'll stop right here and take a look at the map one more time. We were here at farm number 5, I believe. We came down here to farm number 6, farmland number 47 for $559,760. Can purchase this and go ahead and open up the gate. Another sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger to my left. And then tucked away all the way in the back over here is a silo. Input is right here. Output around the back right here. Grab the truck once again. Now heading down south a little ways. Now heading off in a westerly direction. Coming up here. Right here is where we'll stop. Take a look at the map. We're here at farm number 6. Came down south to farm number 7 right here. Farmland number 54 for $315,536. Go ahead and purchase that. And again, we'll have another silo. And another house with a wardrobe trigger and sleep trigger. So now we're going to come up to this intersection right here. We're going to... I just realized something. I missed something from my original tour. Let's see. So it looks like just south of me here is a field that we need to take a look at. So farmland number 53 for $344,768. Go ahead and purchase that. And as you can see, there is a cow pasture here. I can walk up to the gate now, open it, come across the bridge. Looks like we have room for 100 cows, 22 to start out with. And we have feed trigger, water trigger, and a, is this a milk trigger? Is what that is right there. We also have access to open and close the water valve right here to be able to flood the flood these fields. So that's pretty cool. If we wanted to flood it out, we can do so. And now we're going to head north. Alright, now coming up here. Now this one, actually let me go a little bit behind here. Whoops. Alright, take a look at the map one more time. We're here at the cow pasture as well as farm number 7. We came up to this area up here and came over just a little ways to farmland number 8. Wait, oh, I just realized there's 2 farms here. Is there? No, I'm sorry. Farmland number 8 for 156,608. Purchased that, and now you can see we had a bunch of beehives and all this stuff all strewn about. I'm not going to show each and every single one of these beehives off. They're all the same. There's nothing too big about them, but I will show where the honey spawns and all that stuff. Right here we have a cow pasture. Room for 120 cows. We start out with 25. We have our, what I believe is our milk trigger here, our feed trigger here. I believe this is the slurry trigger here, and no, wait a minute, I misspoke. Straw here, feed here. I believe this is milk, and I believe this is slurry right there. We have another house right there with a sleep and wardrobe trigger in it. Bunker silo right there. Spawn point for your honey is right here. And here we have a fuel tank. It is refillable, so that's nice. That's it for this farm. Let's go ahead and head to the next one. I should say next point of interest. Now just down the road over here, about here we'll stop. So we went from this farm here right across the street to farmland number 65 for $211,888. Go ahead and purchase that. And now we have a cow pasture. Let's go ahead and there we go. Open it. Let's see, over here we have room for 100 cows. So we start out with 30. Behind me here we have our feed and water inputs and our milk output right there. Now head down the road a little ways. Yeehaw! And now we are at our starting farm. Let's go ahead and open the gate here. Because we're at our starting farm, let's take a look at our starting equipment. If we open up the buy menu under owned items, under large tractors, we have 2 Case Magnum 340 CVX drives. Under harvesters, we have the Case Axle Flow 7150. Under auger wagons, we have 2 Jan Tanker 1500s. No, I'm sorry, one 1500 and one 10,500. So 2 separate ones there. And then the header for the case, and that is it. We don't have a lot. We really don't have a lot. So right here we have 2 houses. 1, 2. Both of them have a sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger inside. Bit of storage right here. Fuel tank is right here with the refill right there. Silo right there. And if we come around the back side over here, another house with a sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger right there. So let's go ahead and grab our truck. Oops. Cut that a little bit too hard. Turn around, backtrack a little ways. Over that little bump there. Making right. We'll take this up. To our next point of interest, which is coming up here to our left. Right here. So if we stop, so we were here at the cow pasture, we then came over to our main starting farm, backtrack, went up to here to farmland number 19, 228,464. Go ahead and purchase, and you can see, let's see where, there's the door. We have a silo here, inputs and outputs, and another house with a sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger. Continuing to head north. Got another farm coming up here to our left. Stop here. So we're here, and now we're here. Farmland number 26 can be purchased for $365,696. Go ahead and purchase that. And we have a house, only a house, with a sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger. Now as we catch back up with the main road here in the north, you can see there's the store right over there, the main shop area. We have a gas station right here, and then a repair trigger right next door to it, right here. We'll stop one more time. So we were at our, I believe this was farm number 10 here, then came up to the gas station right up here, and now we are here at farmland number 25. Farm number 11 can be purchased for $178,192. Go ahead and do that. And again, we have another house with a repair trigger and, with a wardrobe trigger and sleep trigger. All right, now coming up here is kind of a big problem. This might honestly be kind of a deal breaker for most people on this map. So this is where the animal dealer is. It is behind this fence. If I walk up to the fence though, the problem is I cannot access the animal dealer. But if I back off, take a look in the map, we're here at farm number 11 and we came over to here. The problem being, just like all the other fences and stuff, if it's on property, you have to purchase it in order to open it. So to do that, you purchase farmland number 52, which is the main periphery of the entire map, which is $1.1 million purchase. But you have to do it in order to be able to do this. And you saw, I walked up to it, it didn't work, it had no function whatsoever. But now that we have access to it, you can see the animal dealer is right there. And if you want to purchase animals, you can purchase them from this location using this icon in front of me, or you can purchase them from your main pens and pastures, wherever you have them kind of strewn about the map. If you use these icons directly, whether it's here or at the farm where you have your pen and pasture set up, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. The animal dealer is taking the animal from this location and delivering it to the pen and pasture for you for a charge. Now it gets rather expensive. We walk up to this, click on it. Sure, we'll look at cows. For an adult cow, it's an extra $100 per cow on top of the base price for the cow. So to have 60 cows delivered, you're spending almost $100,000 because of a $6,000 delivery fee. That adds up very quickly. Now you can save that money by coming to this location with an animal trailer, loading the animals directly into the trailer and delivering the animals yourself. You save that delivery fee, and again, depending on how many animals you're doing, it might be worth it. Now around the backside over here, just in the distance, that is the Bale Trader sell point. Head back to the truck. Head down the road a little ways. Make a left. We're going to follow this down a ways. Now, coming up here on my left is the next point of interest. We will go ahead and stop right here. Taking a look at the map. We're here at the animal dealer where we had to purchase the periphery. We then came back out and down to here. Farmland number 10 can be purchased for $169,920. Go ahead and purchase that. And we got another house with another set of sleep triggers and wardrobe trigger. And then back here we have a pig pasture. Room for 43 pigs. We already start out with 6. Feed goes here. Water goes here. Coming up here, make a right. Whoops. Cut that a little too hard. Now this area is quite confusing. There are horses that just kind of meander all throughout town here. Don't know what the story is, and when you purchase the periphery, you get this. You get a icon for the horse pasture. Now, what I should have checked before but didn't, I now own the horses that are in here. I can now ride them. Now that I bought the periphery, I can ride the horses, as you can see. So that's kind of cool. So, over here we have the Cotton and Wool Trader sell point. The icon for the horses is roughly in this area here. You do get several horses. It looks like 2 are just kind of wandering around. Going down. Actually, let me grab the truck. I don't know why I decided to walk. Now, coming up just around this corner here is the next point of interest. This is farm number 13. We'll go ahead to the map. So we were here at farm number 12, came down and around where we saw the Cotton and Wool Trader, as well as the horses that are kind of wandering through here. And then we came down to here, farmland number 66 for $167,728. Go ahead and purchase that. Whoops. Open the gate. Another house with a sleep and wardrobe trigger, but this is new. This is the Aged Cheese Factory. We bought the land, so now we own it. We can open this door here, walk inside, check things out. We have our input right here and output right there. Bunker silo is here, and over here we have a cow pasture. Room for 100 cows, 25 to start out with. Now, again, I'm going to be guessing at some of these triggers here, but we got water trigger input, feed input, and milk right there. This is, I think this is technically considered a pasture rather than a barn. At least this particular one. Go and grab our truck one more time. Across the street is the supermarket sell point. Go right here. Off to my left, inside here, is the Grain Mill BR for $76,000. You can purchase this. And we have our input here and output. Actually, if I remember right, the next two didn't have clearly marked output areas. Nope, I just completely missed it. It's here on the backside. Kind of blended in. So now, right across the street, we have the modern sugar factory. Can be purchased for $70,000. And you know what? We'll go ahead and do that real quick. Don't need to. It's just a standard sugar mill. Inputs here. And output right there. Now heading down the road over here. Tucked away in there is the Store the Southern Lands sell point. We'll go and pick up our truck. We'll take a look at two more points of interest. Coming up to our left there, that building inside there is the Feed and Grain South sell point. And now, going to our last point of interest, just down here to the south, is one more farm. This is going to be farm number 14. Take a look at the map. We're here at farm number 13, came out here, we saw the supermarket, came back out and around, saw the Grain Mill BR production point as well as the modern sugar factory, came up to see the Store the Southern Lands sell point. Then we came back out here, came down to see the Feed and Grain South sell point, and now we are here, farmland number 1, $0 to purchase this, so that is good value. Open this. Right here, we have not one, not two, but 3 separate houses, each of them having their own sleep triggers and wardrobe triggers. Inside here, we have... Nope, I went into the wrong portion of the building, didn't I? Yeah, silo right there. And I think, yep, that is everything here on Southern Lands map. Now it's time to render my opinion, let you know what I think. 0 to 5 scale as per usual. So I think that this map is deserving of a 3 out of 5. The reason I think that is deserving of a 3 out of 5 is because there's some things that are really nice about this map and others that are quite disappointing about this map. So to start out with some of the nice things. The layout of this map, the topography, and the color palette, all very, very nice. It's very strong, the color palette. I really like it. It's toned down and makes it to where it really kind of ties in and brings the area to life and together. The layout is also very nice, and what I mean by that is kind of those little... The road structure, to a certain extent, is a little bit boring. It's very kind of one-dimensional, as it's in kind of blocks kind of thing, you know, big squares or rectangles. But I don't know, there's just something about it that kind of is nice. It kind of has a... I think it's because of the colors that are being used for it that it has just a very nice look to it. It's got that kind of red dirt look to it. But yeah, even though it's kind of simple, because it's a lot of straightaways, it's a lot of, 90-degree turns, because it's so simple, it just makes it to where you can kind of get where you want to get to without having to pay too much attention. Now, there are some exceptions. The bridges and whatnot, they don't have guardrails on them, so if you're not paying attention, and you could just go fall right into the river and lose your equipment. I mean, and it's not like you got a lot to spare either. I mean, on new farmer mode, like you saw, you only got, what, 2 tractors, a couple of auger wagons, chaser bins. That's it. That is it. You got a, well, you also have a harvester, but I mean, again, that's basically all you get. And it goes in the drink, it goes in the drink. It doesn't work out good for you, then that's too bad, so sad kind of thing. You know, you've got to work to be able to get everything that you need and want to get done for this map. Now we talk about some of the things I didn't care for. So the fact that you have to purchase the periphery in order to access the animal dealer, that is something that is huge and is a big fix that is going to be needed. Oh, and the topography is something else I enjoyed about this map. Just the kind of gentle rolling hills and undulations. It's nice. Going back to what I didn't care for, like I said, the kind of needing to purchase the periphery in order to access the animal dealer and the additional sell point that's at the animal dealer. That is a huge problem because it costs over $1 million just for that. And you do not start out with a lot. Like, we take a look at the map here, you start out with this portion of field that needs to be planted and taken care of, and you got this little field here. So all in all, you're not going to be able to like ramp up production because there's so many of these fields that are kind of joined to farms. As you can see, this map looks radically different from when we first started out. A ton of hidden little items that were just kind of popped up as we purchased land. But needing to make that big of a purchase is going to prevent you from being able to access the animal dealer. But I mean, it's not a huge problem because you can purchase the animals from the pens and pastures directly. The problem with that is that you will have to spend more money in order to get your animals if you want to get them. So starting off is you're not going to have animals to start out for a while besides what is already kind of given to you, what's been kind of like gifted to you based on the starting farm. So yeah, that's a really big one for me. Some other things I didn't like is that it just seemed like there's some mods in here or some models that are kind of clunky. The one silo where it had the big bright red doors on them, just when you're a ways away, it looks kind of, I don't know, the best word I can come up with is slapped together, but it just kind of looks like it was, you know, kind of put together in a rush and wasn't really well polished. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with porting it onto this map or anything like that. It's just that's how it looked when I interacted with this map. So it's just one of those, like, this is a small little detail. It's not a huge deal, but it's something that if I was on this map and I was playing on it all the time, it's something that I would want to have addressed either by the map maker, the modder, or whoever made that model. You know, I'd want them to kind of overhaul it, fix it, and make sure that it's up to par. But yeah, so like I said, there's some things I like, some things I hate. Not hate. Some things I like, some things I don't like. And at the end of the day, it kind of creates a push map, or what I call a push map. So we're going to have a map that splits right down the middle, 3 out of 5. I think that's going to be pretty good. Pretty good indeed. But I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things. The algorithms enjoy you doing, the shows you're engaged with this channel, and enjoying the content. That being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.